And while Americans do begin leaving Gaza, the horror for hostages continues. Joining me now, someone who understands the nightmare of family members being kidnapped by Hamas. Let's bring in Adam Ma'anit. He's a British-Israeli citizen whose 18-year-old relative was killed. Her father, Adam's cousin, was taken hostage. Adam, thank you so much for coming back to speak with us. Of course, still so sorry for you and your family's loss. I would like to start with what we just heard there from the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. He's going back to Israel for this third time. He'll no doubt be discussing the hostage situation. Does that give your family some renewed hope?
Thanks, Nichole. Yeah, obviously, any efforts that are being made to put pressure on Hamas to release the hostages is welcome. I question what leverage the American diplomacy initiative will have on Hamas. I think the real pressure needs to be put on Hamas's benefactors, which include Iran and Qatar. And unfortunately, Iran is very happy to continue sowing tyranny and chaos throughout the Middle East. It's not the only war that Iran is financially supporting and militarily and materially supporting. It's also supporting conflicts in Yemen and Syria. So until the world, including the United Nations, including the American government and our own government in the UK, finally puts sufficient pressure on the governments of Iran and Qatar to do everything they can to make Hamas surrender and release the hostages, this will continue.
You know, and Adam, I spoke with you last week, and you and your family have already experienced such an unimaginable loss. Has your family received any information on the whereabouts or the condition of your cousin who was taken? Have you heard anything more from the Israeli government?
Obviously, we're ears to the ground all the time, but unfortunately, we don't have any further information. We don't have proof of life. We don't have any official confirmation of my cousin Tzachi's health and well-being. So we wait and we hope.
Absolutely. We have seen a few more hostages released since I last spoke with you. We are starting to see, as we know, some people allowed to cross at Rafah. Does that give you continued hope?
Yes. I mean, obviously, I think nobody wants to see any civilians get in harm's way. The Israeli government has given the residents of the north of Gaza, where the operations are currently focused and where Hamas's headquarters and main munitions are stored, 2.5 weeks notice that they were going to begin operations there. They've flyered the north of Gaza. They've put telephone calls. They've sent all kinds of messages in Arabic to the residents of North Gaza that they want them out of the way. Unfortunately, Hamas has discouraged people from leaving, and Hamas has been on Egyptian television telling the world that they would carry out another massacre if they were given the opportunity, and B, that they want as many bodies, Palestinian bodies, as possible because it serves their cause. And so they are disinterested in looking after the civilians. They're completely uninterested in looking after the welfare of Palestinians themselves. Hamas is a terrorist organization. They're the ones who are hiding out in the tunnel networks, not the civilians. They put the civilians as the shields above to take the brunt of the Israeli response. And that's just another example of the criminality and the tyranny of Hamas.
Absolutely. There are so many civilians now caught in the middle of all this. The U.S. president, Joe Biden, calling for this pause in the conflict to give time to get the prisoners out. Do you think that will happen? Do you think that should happen?
If the pause is reasonable and has the focus on releasing the hostages, then I think the Israeli government would certainly welcome it, and certainly the families of the hostages would welcome that. What we wouldn't welcome is a ceasefire at this stage, because the ceasefire would only benefit Hamas. Right now, Hamas is working, still launching into Israel. It's still committed to trying to kill as many Israeli civilians as possible. So there's no question that there would ever be a ceasefire as long as Hamas is operational.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.